Hey guys, this is Anton from Drive Stick Shift, and today we are changing the AC outlet, this little guy, on my 99 Mazda Protege. Now, even though this is my 99 Mazda Protege, my old girl where things do break often, this sort of repair could happen on any older car. These do get worn out with time, and when it first stopped working, I have this little adapter that goes in it. Boop, I could plug that in, and I could plug in some USBs, use to charge my phone, power my fans. Great little thing. So first time it stopped working, I got curious, I unplugged it, and I took it apart. It has a little nut there, you can take it apart, just a few parts, you can see where the corrosion is. I got some sandpaper, sanded down the areas that were corroded, and it started to work. I thought I was a wizard, and it worked pretty well for a good 2-3 months. Then it stopped working. Tried the same thing, didn't work anymore. So I believe it's fully corroded through, and that's it, it's not conducting anymore. Now, that's not a big deal. These are very easy to repair. Well, actually replace. The repair, that was a 2-3 month thing, and that was easy. But now we've gone to the point of replacing, and for which I got this guy. You'll find a lot of different alternatives. I just tried to find one that was about the same size. Of course, I will have them linked in the description. I just wanted something that would be the same size, so it could fit in the same area, and something that would be more or less a little bit more heavy duty, able to resist the elements, so to say. And this one is a little bit more well insulated, it even has a cap on it. It's a marine grade. I'm not doing any marine stuff with her. She's just teaching people how to drive stick, and honestly even getting used as a daily car. So anyway, we're going to plug this guy in. We're going to go through how to do this. So in case you're encountering the same problem on any old car you have, an old Ford, an old Honda, very easy to fix it, and now you'll know how. Let's jump into it. All right. So the first thing we want to do is we want to go in the back of our AC outlet and just feel around for some wires. And we pull out, we have this kind of little pigtail looking guy. It comes for me with 2 electrical connectors stacked at a 90-degree angle. Once we have that out, we can just proceed to pull it out. And now I've pulled this out before, so it comes a little easier. In the beginning it may be a little stiffer, just rotate it around, try to wiggle it. As you can see, I busted the tooth on this plastic adapter with it. But not a big deal, this guy's going in the trash anyway. So this is going to be our outlet where we're going to have our new one. And I tried to get the size as close as I could, so I don't have to be modifying it. Now, I guess we're wondering where we should be plugging in our new wires. Look at your old connector. I don't have a ton of space on mine, hopefully you can see here. And I draw back the little wiring, the protective plastic on it. We have one side, the wire is totally black, and the other one is white and black striped. Usually everything that's black is ground, that's your negative, and all other colors, whether it's yellow, red, white and black, that'll be your power. So if we're wondering which side is positive, which side is negative, maybe the wiring isn't obvious, you get one of your multimeter testers, you put it on 20 volt, and then you can just plug one side in one outlet and one in the other. If it's reading with positive, like 11.93, a little low, it should be 12, 12.6, 12.8, but the Mazda is like that, that's fine. Then we know that this is truly the positive, and this is the negative, because if we plugged it in the wrong way, or the other way, let's say I went red to there, black to here, I still get the same value, but there's a negative sign in front of it. So meaning that they're flipped. So this side is our positive, and this side is our negative. Which, if we recall when we looked in, let's see if I can get you a closer peek. The white and black is your positive, and the all black wire is our negative. Okay, so we're gonna have to get a little creative for this. I'm gonna get my multi-tool. I'm gonna just try to chop this connector in half, because I noticed one thing on the new AC outlet. I could just separate these two connectors, because right now they're bound together. I could just plug it right onto the new one, and then I don't need to redo any of the wiring. As much as I love doing wiring, I mean, who doesn't, alright? Okay, also as much as I tried, the outlet's a little bit larger than the hole, so we're going to just get some woodworking tools, because why not? And expand this. Try to keep it well rounded. Okay. Oh yeah, beautiful. OEM quality right there. Perfect. Beautiful. Okay, well, that part is done. Now we got to move on to the other modification, which is separating these two terminals. Already chipped away, sawed at it a little bit, and it's starting to give way right there. And I just need it to separate. Okay. Worst case, if I end up just absolutely murdering and maiming this thing, which is a decent possibility, we're just going to strip the wires and extend them with the wires that we got in the aftermarket ACL. Okay. Boom. Yay, success. Let's just check that it still works after me mutilating it heinously. Where's my little electrical connector? Hey, buddy. You go in there. And, yes, just a ton of room work. Let me go in here. Yay! Okay. I did not mutilate anything bad enough, doesn't work. So that's it, home stretch. I always love everything that looks like an easy job, like once you get started. And then let's figure out what to do with this and that. Alright, so all we're going to do is we get a little lock ring. I'm going to put this guy through. Okay, so the lock ring is going to go over our connectors. Connectors will go through our hole. Positive is on this side. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a suggestive shove. Oh, come on, let's actually turn the car off while we do this. Okay. And this guy goes through, and once you have this guy in, with your other hand, just start to feed on that locking ring. Like I just feel that mine's seated. And now just a little bit blind faith. I'm gonna feed him on. Oh yeah. Okay. Now the moment of truth. Let's see if this cockamamie project that I'm going to take pride in worked. First I'll power on. Alright, so that's already a good sign. I don't know if you guys saw that, but when I turned it on, the blue light came on, and if I plug this guy in, he turns on nice and bright. So now, if I want to, I can be powering my little aftermarket Alibaba fans. Oh yeah. Alright, and on the inside is for the fans. I did need a power source there. So now all that's left is I'm going to get a vacuum and vacuum up some of these shavings that I incurred doing this job. But that's what our guy looks like. So when he's on, he has this glowing blue light. Don't want to see light, I can just cap him. I think it's also good to make sure nothing ends up in there. And if we turn the car off, it goes out. Turn it on, it pops on. Alright guys, and that's going to be it for today's repair on how to replace a broken, faulty ACL. And again, if you are trying to fix it, you have this little nut in the back, you take that out, this whole thing comes apart. Just get a little piece of sandpaper, something like this, and you just go sanding away at the contact points. Sand on the inside of it, and maybe that'll be enough to get it back up and working. That's what worked for me in the first time. After it doesn't work, now you know what to do. How to take out your existing one and how to install a new one. The kit did come with wires, and the positive did have a fuse in it. To be honest, that already has a fuse that goes over under there, and I really didn't want to have to be sneaking in all these wires, though good of them to include them. So I adapted it to what I could, just had to carve out a little bit of space, and it looks pretty good. It looks pretty original. I just had to do a little vacuuming, a little cleaning, because I did create quite a mess, and now I'm good to go. And above all, guys, just remember, don't be scared of a used car. It can take you far. Honestly, half the joy for me is fixing her up, bringing her back to life, putting these videos out there. Occasionally someone even says that they help, whether it's something small like the AC outlet or an oil change, whether it's the valve cover gasket. Knowing that anyone got benefit out of these silly shenanigans brings me some joy in itself. So either way, guys, see you for the next one. Be safe.